Do you ever feel adrift in the modern world, searching for your place, your people, your family? You're not alone. We live in an age of digital connection, yet often feel disconnected, wondering where we truly belong. What if a 19th century French novel held the surprising key to navigating this very modern struggle? What if the story of a boy with nothing could teach us everything about finding our way home? Today, we're diving into the timeless classic, Without a Family, by Hector Malot. Published in 1878, this book is more than just a historical tale. It's a powerful guide to resilience, connection, and building a life of meaning, no matter your circumstances. In a world obsessed with networking and career ladders, the story of a young orphan named Rémi offers a profound and deeply human alternative to finding success and happiness. Stay with us to discover how the lessons from his arduous journey can empower you to build your own family and thrive in the face of today's challenges. The first powerful lesson from Rémi's journey is the radical idea that family is forged, not just found. In today's world, we often feel pressure to fit into predefined boxes. The family we were born into, the social circles we're expected to join. But Rémi's story shatters this illusion. Torn from his foster home, he finds his first true family on the road with Señor Vitalis and a troupe of performing animals. This traveling group, bound by shared purpose and mutual care, becomes his entire world. They teach us that family isn't about blood ties or last names. It's about shared experience, loyalty, and unconditional support. Think about your own life. Perhaps you felt disconnected from your biological relatives or lonely in a new city. The lesson here is to stop waiting for the perfect group to accept you and start building your own. Your family could be your colleagues on a challenging project, your friends from a weekend sports league, or a community of online creators who share your passion. These are the people who see you, support your growth, and stand by you through difficulties. They are the ones who form the emotional foundation of your life, regardless of how you met. Your action step is this. Identify one person in your life who has shown you unwavering support. This week, reach out and tell them what their family-like connection means to you. By acknowledging and nurturing these bonds, you actively build the family you choose. The second crucial insight is the power of resilience as a learnable skill, not an innate trait. Rémi's life is a relentless series of hardships. He faces hunger, bitter cold, and the crushing loneliness of loss. Yet, through it all, he doesn't just survive, he learns. His mentor Vitalis doesn't shield him from hardship, but equips him to face it with integrity. He teaches Rémi to read, to play music, and most importantly, to hold on to his dignity, even when he has nothing else. This transforms suffering from a destructive force into an educational one. Every challenge becomes a classroom for character. In our modern lives, we often try to avoid discomfort at all costs. We seek shortcuts, instant gratification, and a life free from friction. But Without a Family reminds us that true strength is built in the struggle. When you face a setback at work, a difficult exam, or a personal failure, your first instinct might be to despair. Instead, reframe it as Rémi did. Ask yourself, what can this failure teach me? How can this hardship make me more resourceful, more empathetic, or more determined? The pain of the moment is temporary, but the strength you gain from overcoming it is permanent. Your action step is to embrace a hardship as teacher mindset. The next time you face a small, everyday obstacle, difficult conversation, a complex task, or a workout that feels too hard, don't avoid it. Lean into the discomfort and see it as an opportunity to build your resilience muscle, just as Rémi learned to do on the cold roads of France. The third and perhaps most profound lesson is that your value is defined by your character, not your circumstances. Rémi is an orphan, a street performer, a boy literally without a family. By the standards of 19th century society, he is a nobody. Yet, throughout the story, his unwavering honesty, his courage, and his compassion are what truly defined him. He shares his last piece of bread, he protects his friends, and he refuses to compromise his integrity even when it would be easier to do so. The book powerfully argues that who you are is more important than what you have. This message is incredibly relevant today. We live in a society that often measures worth by job titles, income, and social media followers. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing your value is tied to these external markers. But Rémi's story is a call to anchor your self-worth internally. It's about how you treat the waiter, whether you keep your promises when no one is watching, and how you act in moments of high pressure. These are the true measures of a person. Cultivating integrity is a daily practice. It means choosing the harder right over the easier wrong, time and time again. Your action step is this. For one day, make a conscious effort to align every small action with your deepest values. Hold the door for someone, give credit where it's due in a meeting, or listen without judgment. Prove to yourself that your character is your most valuable asset, independent of any external validation. The fourth lesson is about the transformative power of mentorship and shared humanity. Rémi's life is changed forever by the people who invest in him. Vitalis is not just his master. He is a father figure who educates his mind and shapes his soul. Later, Rémi's friendship with Mattia, another talented and struggling boy, becomes a partnership of equals. They combine their skills, support each other through imprisonment and danger, and achieve far more together than they ever could alone. The story shows that our greatest growth comes from the relationships we build, both with those who guide us and those who walk alongside us. In our careers and personal lives, we often operate with a fiercely individualistic mindset. We see others as competition and hesitate to ask for help, fearing it makes us look weak. Malot's novel teaches the opposite. True strength lies in connection. Seeking a mentor isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of wisdom. It's about learning from the experience of those who have walked the path before you. Similarly, offering your help and collaborating with your peers isn't just an act of kindness, it's a strategy for mutual success. When you share your knowledge and skills, you create a rising tide that lifts all boats, including your own. Your action step: this month, identify one person you admire professionally or personally and ask them for a 15-minute virtual coffee. Don't ask for a job, ask for their story. At the same time, identify someone you can help, even in a small way, and offer your support without expecting anything in return. Become both a mentor and a mentee. Let's imagine a real-life example. Think of Sarah, a young graphic designer who recently moved to a new city for a junior role at a large agency. She felt isolated, anonymous, and overwhelmed by the competitive environment. Instead of shrinking, she remembered Rémi's journey. First, she started building her chosen family. She organized a weekly lunch group for fellow junior designers, creating a space to share struggles and celebrate small wins. This became her support system. Next, facing a difficult project with a demanding client, she didn't see it as a threat, but as a hardship teacher. She stayed late, learned new software, and saw the challenge as a way to build her resilience. When her manager took credit for one of her ideas, she felt the sting of injustice. But instead of becoming cynical, she focused on her own integrity, continuing to produce high-quality work and treating everyone with respect. Finally, she reached out to a senior art director she admired, not to ask for favors, but to learn from her experience. Inspired, she also began mentoring an intern, sharing her own fresh knowledge. A year later, Sarah is no longer the isolated new hire. She's a respected team player, known for her strong character, her collaborative spirit, and her incredible resilience. She didn't wait to be given a place. She built one, creating her own story of success and belonging. So let's summarize the actionable wisdom from Without a Family. First, build your chosen family. Your true connections are forged in loyalty and shared experience, not just blood. Second, embrace hardship as your teacher. See every challenge as a lesson in resilience. Third, anchor your worth in your character, not your circumstances. Integrity is your most valuable asset. And finally, seek and offer mentorship. Our greatest strength lies in our connections with others. The goal isn't to perfectly execute these steps overnight. It's about taking one small, courageous action today to build a life of more meaning and connection, just as Rémi did one step at a time. If this video sparked an idea, we'd love to hear it. How will you apply one of these lessons to your life this week? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found value in this journey, do want to forget to like this video and subscribe to DreamAIReview for more timeless wisdom applied to modern life.